Fitch Ratings says the U.S. will keep its AAA credit rating. The agency today reiterating this country should get the highest grade and issued a stable outlook. S&P, of course, downgraded the U.S. earlier this month, and Moody's has the U.S. on a negative outlook. Time to let the Willis Watchdogs out. Greg Knapp is the morning show host on KCMO Talk Radio 710 in Kansas City. Rachel Kugel is an attorney with Kugel Law Firm. And Andy Levy is an ombudsman, really, for the Red Eye on Fox News Channel. Greg, let's start with you.
Sure. Really, these guys aren't that far apart. When you look at short and medium-term debt, yeah, it's not so bad. It's the long-term debt that kills us. When you look at 100% of our debt now, we're 100% debt to our GDP output. That's like a household family saying, we bring in 80 grand, we owe 80 grand on our credit cards. Every new dollar we spend, we're borrowing 42 cents. So instead of getting 3 credit cards, let's get 2 new ones. And instead of buying a $40,000 car, let's buy a $30,000 car. And oh, I know, we'll cut HBO from our cable bill. That's cutting spending as far as our government sees. And if you keep that going, even Fitch is going to downgrade
us. Doing a lousy job. Rachel, what do you say?
I say this is total conflict of interest. I don't trust S&P at all. I mean, this is the same company that gave high ratings during the mortgage crisis debacle. In my opinion, they're complicit in that debacle. So I don't trust them. Conflict of interest.
They have no fans. They have so few fans. I think the people who have a paycheck that is signed by S&P like them.
That's right.
What do you say, Andy?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Greg. I think these the ratings aren't actually that far apart. You got S&P says the planned budget cuts aren't enough to stabilize our debt, so they downgrade us. But then you've got Fitch saying that we're at the limit of our level of government indebtedness that's consistent with maintaining a AAA rating. So we're kind of on the verge. So either way, it's not like yay America, right?
No, it's not like yay America. We got a long way to go to yay America. Let's move on. Florida Governor
I just wanted to throw it.
Oh, please do.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Please do.
I just wanted to say, tying on to the idea that the irony is, yes, Congress got mad at these ratings agencies for not downgrading the risk on those securitized mortgage deals, and now we're getting mad at them because they are downgrading risky stuff. So they can't win.
No, let's be specific here. We're angry because they get a lot of respect in the marketplace, and yet, can you believe what they say? I mean, that's really what's behind it. But I digress. Let's talk about the Florida governor, Rick Scott. He's been one of the most vocal opponents of Obamacare, but a new report shows the multimillionaire is enrolled in a taxpayer-subsidized health insurance plan offered by his state. He's joined by nearly all 160 state legislators in the program that costs just about $8 a month for individual coverage. I kid you not, $30 for families. Rachel?
Yeah, well, it's a really bad PR move. I mean, that's clear. It's not what he should have done. He's not getting paid as governor, so financially, it's at best probably a wash. But what it shows is the difference between forced health care and coming up with interesting plans where regular consumers can try and get the same kind of care that state employees actually have. We've been saying this for a long time. This is something that everyone should be able to get.
Greg, what do you say?
Yeah, I tend to agree with that, hey, look, you know what it shows? People will take a great deal if they don't have to pay for it. The people who are paying for it are the Florida taxpayers for all the state workers. In fact, just in March, they were talking about, hey, state workers, you guys are going to have to pay a little bit more for your health care because the taxpayers can't afford it anymore. And the governor should have led by saying, we've got to fix this because it's unsustainable for the state.
All right, Andy.
Well, yeah, the thing is he's entitled to it. It's part of the perks or whatever you want to call it. But the thing is, it's a little gross, mainly because he's a multimillionaire. Yeah. You know, he doesn't need this. And the thing that really bothers me is his spokesperson sort of refused to answer questions about it because he said the governor's health care coverage are private matters. Well, no, it's not. You've got a taxpayer-subsidized health care plan. If you had a private health care plan, yeah, then it's none of anyone's damn business. But if the taxpayers are paying for it, then they have a right to know about it.
Good point. Good point. All right. We got to talk about the buses. President Obama is preaching his message on a 3-day Midwest bus tour. He's traveling on a new $1.1 million bus bought by the Secret Service. Now, in the past, they had to lease buses and retrofit them for the purpose of transporting the president, other VIPs. Andy, what do you make of this story?
Can't he just Skype? do a Google Plus huddle, something. But honestly, I'm not going to throw the president under the $1.1 million bus. No, I'm fine with this. Presidential trips cost money. Presidential vacations cost money because of security. I don't have a problem with that. That's part of the job territory. You don't skimp on security for the president of the United States.
Hello, it's campaigning.
But even if it's campaigning, he's going to be campaigning for re-election, and we're going to be paying for his security. I don't mind paying for his security when he's campaigning.
All right, Rachel, what do you say?
GOP candidate's going to get it too.
Yeah.
So
even-handed.
so everyone gets it, and honestly, it's something we can be proud of, like Air Force One or anything else. And maybe it's one of those things that we need right now that makes us say, "Yay, America!"
All right, I like that. Greg,
Well,
to you.
Yeah, I would say the problem is when you run the Kool-Aid Express as a campaign trip and charge everybody for it, the taxpayer, not the buses, but the actual trip, I got a problem. I just like to put a bumper sticker on the back that says, I'm spending your grandchildren's inheritance. Or the way he's blaming the economy on everybody else, maybe we need one of those little diamond signs in the window that says crybaby on board. I mean, it's all about the Republicans' fault, the Republicans' fault, the Republicans' fault. And he's taking zero responsibility for this economy. It is a campaign trip. It's not a listening tour. Sorry.
Okay. We agree to disagree on all of those things, even the buses. Greg, Rachel, and Andy, thank you so much. Well, he came in second in Iowa's big straw poll. So why is nobody talking about this guy? Our viewers, as well as many of his supporters, are asking why no one is talking about Ron Paul. We're going to have a debate next. Plus, we want your opinion online. Vote in our poll at jerrywillis.com.
Never die to make it through the night.